Hey guys, Theo here, and welcome to the Caffeine Zone, where we discuss everything coffee. And yes, you can see it. It's time for Mocha Pot. I love this method. Why? Because I'm an espresso drinker. And you can make espressos anywhere with this thing. It's really amazing. Created by Alfonso Bialetti in 1933. Yes, your great-great-great-great-grandmother was there to drink this. But let's jump straight into it. For this specific method, we are going to be using 20 grams of coffee because this is a 4-cup mocha pot. So that means that we can extract 4 espressos in one go. Now we're going to be putting about 200 to 220 mils of water inside, but we will not be extracting the whole 200 mils. Now you'll see that it consists of 3 parts. It's the bottom chamber where you put your water, of course your basket where you put your coffee, and then of course with another filter, the top chamber where you extract your espresso into. So let's start off. You'll see that there is a pressure valve here. It is to release pressure if the pressure becomes too high. If you fill the water to above that, it can explode. I've never seen it happen, not been that fortunate, but they say it can. I will be using about 70 degrees Celsius water. If you want a really strong shot, start with cooler water. If you like a nice quick shot, take hot water, it just gets a lot faster. But we are never going to let the water boil. I'm going to pop that in there. Now, because my water was slightly hotter, this is going to start heating up. So make sure to not burn your hands. Let's quickly grind 20 grams of coffee. Now the grind size that I'm using is just coarser than espresso. You can go down all the way to espresso, but then you get a lot of those very fine coffee particles in my cup, which I'm not a fan of. So I go slightly coarser to get a slightly cleaner cup. So we're going to pop the 20 grams of coffee into the basket. Make sure to just level it out. There we go. Now if you want to extract a slightly more intense cup, you can create little mountains. I mean, you can go up to about 25, maybe even 30 grams of coffee in this. I wouldn't suggest it because just stop your extraction quicker. Then it is more intense. Instead of wasting an extra 5 to 10 grams of coffee, because that's almost another cup. So I'm just going to flat that out, pop that up on top. Ooh, it's hot now. Get some strong hands. Make sure to tighten it really well. There's rubber seals on the inside and you want it to seal together to create the pressure to push the coffee to the top. And then of course, on this normal stove, on a gas stove, on the fire, make sure not to melt this, so keep this away from the flames, or on top of this amazing Bunsen burner. I really enjoy the Bunsen burner because it's easy to travel with. It takes normal lighter gas, bobs your ankle. Now, let's wait for the extraction. There we go, beautiful extraction. Now, if you listen carefully, you could hear it starting to speak to you. Now you want to keep your eyes on the color. You can see it turning orange now. Then I bring my flame down quite a bit. And as soon as the coffee extracting turns to a light yellow, foamy, I kill my flame. Because as the water becomes less in the bottom chamber, it heats up a lot faster. Now you don't want that little bit of water down there to heat up to boiling point. You only want to use pressure to extract. Now pressure would probably start happening at about 65 to 70 degrees Celsius. So you don't necessarily have to boil the water to get it to the top. Now once you do boil it, the boiling water touches the coffee inside the filter, burns the coffee, which means you extract a lot more bitterness, and that bitterness then pops into your cup, which means you've got a much more bitter espresso shot. I prefer to drink coffee that's not bitter at all, so therefore I kill it long before the water can get to boiling, and that's why the extraction happens a lot different. Now do keep in mind, this thing is boiling hot, so don't burn. Woohoo! Now don't put this on the normal table or anywhere where someone can burn. This is extremely hot. I'm just gonna pop that down there so you can keep an eye on little Mr. Bialetti. Now while I wait for this to cool down a bit, there's two famous stories around the moka pot. The two famous stories are that Alfonso Bialetti just created it. We don't know how. And okay, I don't know if that's true, I don't really care. The other story tells a nice story. The story goes that there was a Portuguese guy in Portugal who was a blacksmith and created loads of different metal things with different types of metals. And one day he created for one of his friends for a birthday present something very similar to this. He then gave that to the friend, and the guy was astounded because you can make coffee while being on the road between different villages. And that friend then obviously requested for a few more. He then gave one of them as a present to Alfonso Bialetti. And in 1933, he registered the trademark of this little beautiful thing and called it Bialetti, which is his own surname. So, which story is true? I don't know. I don't really care. What I do know is, I love this coffee. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not. And may you find your happy place in every single cup. See you guys on the next video.